Hey guys, it's Denham again, back for another trick tip this time, since it's been a couple of weeks since we've done one, because there's been, you know, terra firma donations happening and stuff like that. Finger flips. We have tried kind of one of those before on this channel, I think, which was the tail stop 360 finger flip. What we're going to have a go at this time is getting that one rolling. So it's a little bit more technically advanced, I suppose, but it's like a really good rolling freestyle trick to have. It's kind of, in terms of your hand positioning and the finger flip that you need, it's really similar to the tail stop 360. Of course, the only difference is we're starting kind of quite compressed on the back of the board for this one. Right, so a couple of things that are going to help you. You want to be able to get kind of rolling finger flips, maybe just like varial finger flips down first, just so you've got an idea of kind of how these work while we're moving. I would say you want to be going at kind of a moderate speed for this one. You don't want to be absolutely tanking it unless you feel like it. But you also don't want to be going too slow, or it's going to be a bit more effort for you to get back on it. Cool, without further ado, let's have a look at some and let's try and get them down. Okay, first and foremost, let's talk about the hand position for this one then, and the grip that we're going to need. So, similar to the tail stop 360 finger flip, I'm going to be about here, okay? So not grabbing the entirety of the board, we're just kind of grabbing with our fingers up at the top. So my thumb is up here on the grip there, and my fingers just along the top there of the skid, okay? That means that I'm going to be able to flick the board like this to be able to get the finger flip on it. Now remember, this is a finger flip. It's not a grab it with your whole hand and throw it around like it owes you money flip. It's a finger flip, right? So you don't need to be grabbing hold of the thing super tight. You want to just be using your fingers on the top of the nose there, just to be able to get that flick on it. So imagine when you're doing your tail stop 360 finger flip, exactly the same hand position for this one, okay? Now one part of this trick that is a little bit difficult is getting your feet in the right place. So we'll have a look at a quick video. So you can see on this one that as soon as I'm down ready to grab the board, I'm shuffling my feet right back. Okay, so basically I'm getting my back foot kind of in the back right hand corner of the tail, and my front foot is kind of almost in the same position as you'd have it for like a kick flip, you know, an old school kick flip, if you're fairly new to this. So something that might help you get used to that foot position and how much you need to crouch down and really contort yourself is to maybe just try it stationary first. Just get used to shuffling the feet right back, getting right down to grab the front of the board. So for this finger flip, we're flipping with the back hand ideally. So the back hand is reaching forward and around and coming down to grab the nose. Once my feet are shuffled right back, I'm crouching down to grab the nose, and as soon as I'm compressed, what I'm doing is jumping, and as soon as I'm jumping and almost popping on the back foot, I'm flicking the board around with my fingers, pulling it behind me to get the full 360 rotation and the finger flip as well. So again, think about the tail stop 360 finger flip and how you're pulling that arm around and almost clicking with the fingers to flick the board. That's going to be the hand movement for this one. The main thing which people find difficult is timing that pop and the flip. You're not popping it that high, it's not an ollie 360 finger flip, but you're going to need to jump a little bit. So you can probably see on the slow-mo video here what my feet are doing. So they're not really popping, they're not really kicking out anywhere, they're almost just jumping straight up. There is a slight pop in that back foot to help get the board up, because as you're jumping, after you've compressed down, you've kind of popped the board a little bit as well as you hop off the tail. Notice as well that I'm getting my knees up. That's giving the board plenty of time to flip underneath me. Like with a lot of finger flip tricks, if you don't get your knees up, you'll tend to find that your feet hit the board, and that can cause you to miss the flip, or it can stop the flip dead. So as I'm jumping and flipping the board with my hand, I'm not going to be jumping too far forward. You tend to find a lot when you're learning these that you might end up landing quite up near the nose. You don't need to absolutely boost it forward. You're going to need to jump forward a little bit, but remember that that hand's going to be pulling the board back a little too. So don't think too much about jumping really far in front of yourself. Try and stay fairly centered over your board for this one. Now honestly, if you're finding this one quite hard, I'd recommend going back to the tail stop ones and drilling those a little bit, just to get used to how much you need to flip the board. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the 360 finger flip, or pretty much all I can teach you anyway. Cool. Best of luck to you guys. It's quite an awkward one to learn, is this, but I guarantee you, once you've kind of figured it out, they get really consistent. So keep drilling them, give me a shout if you need any help, and we'll be back for another trick tip. Also, what trick tips do you want to see? Best thing to do is to drop them down in the comments, and I'll do my best to teach you them if I can. Nice one. Cheers guys, bye bye.